guys, welcome to another episode of Legacy Speaks. Today I'm going to talk about 5 things that you need to know in order to be a young change maker such as myself. Let's get it. But before we dive right in, I need you to hit that like button and that subscription button. That way you can stay up to date on newly released content on a regular basis. So let's dive right in. Number 1, there's space for everybody. So when I first started my YouTube channel, I did not see any young Black clinical professionals talking about mental health. And granted, there were some people out there that were using the podcast platform, but nobody was really utilizing the YouTube platform. They were not using video content in order to spread the message of mental wellness and mental health advocacy. So what I wanted to do was increase the representation to make sure that clinical people or individuals that were licensed clinical social workers, licensed professional counselors, licensed associate professional counselors, they had the opportunity to share their expertise on my platform and to also provide ways to take larger concepts and break them down to make them more palatable for the communities that I serve. What I wanted to do was provide the multicultural perspective for the clinical realm. And obviously there isn't much research out there that is more reflective of Black and brown individuals. So I just wanted to make something that was catered specifically to BIPOC individuals, which is brown, indigenous, people of color, right? Even if you come across other individuals that are doing something similar to you, just know that you got your own swag, your own style, your own type of delivery, and your audience will grow based upon your voice, right? You have your own creative skills and talents. So let it be known that there is a space for any and everybody on this platform. There's a space for any and everybody who has a message to give out there to the world. Number 2, aim for impact and don't get caught up in the numbers. Early on when I first started my channel and creating content, I used to get so caught up in the views, the watch time, the number of shares, all of those things, and I was just like, dang, I'm really getting bogged down, because obviously when you're creating content, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy, and it's just like, what the heck, right? But ultimately I had to sit back and realize, what is my why? If I could go and change somebody's life, if I could help provide them with the coping skills necessary to save their life, if I had the opportunity to make sure that somebody was just in a better mood, in a better space, then I have ultimately done my job. What is your reason? What is your why? How are you making an impact on this earth? And as long as you're executing that, that's all that really matters. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't get caught up in the analytics. Utilize it as measuring tools, but let it be known, like, yo, you are here for a purpose, and as long as you're doing that, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be awesome, okay? The goal is to be of service to other people, and everything else will follow. Do not chase notoriety. Do not chase fame. Be of service to other people, and everything else will follow. Number 3, teamwork makes the dream work. And I know that sounds very cliche, but that is for real, right? I could not do what I do without the people that are in the backgrounds, and also the amazing network that I have been able to grow over my career. Earlier this year, July 2020, I had the opportunity to host the Mental Wellness for the Culture Conference, and it was myself and 17 other amazing Black and brown clinicians of color, as well as entrepreneurs within the wellness space. Now, granted, that was a network that I have grown over time. We were able to execute a 2-day conference that was absolutely free, that helped people to strengthen their wellness goals and also start their wellness journey altogether. And the feedback was phenomenal. I did 95% of the work by myself, and I know I would never do that again, but I could not have executed something of that magnitude without that amazing Rolodex of individuals, and those are people that I call my social support. On top of that too, behind the scenes, I had my friends and my family members that were sharing the flyer, that was putting it out there, connecting with other individuals, letting them know, hey, register for the event. That helped to advance the mission overall, letting it be known that whether you live in the state of Georgia or in the state of California or the state of Florida, wherever, just know, get on this platform and your life is going to be changed. On top of that too, I have friends that were able to like send me food when I was in tunnel vision mode, or check up on me, make sure that I was getting enough rest and making sure that I was taking my breaks and everything like that. So teamwork really does make the dream work. Just know that people are going to be in your life for a specific reason. Be receptive to the help. Do not shun it away. I know as a change agent, it's just like, dang, I got this, but chill out, okay? Receive the help and everything else will flow in its rightful place. Number 4, become a lifelong student of your passion. It goes without saying, school does not end after you graduate. You are constantly learning. Research, findings, information is rapidly evolving over time, and we have to keep up in order for us to remain up to date with the ever-growing changes that are happening within our field, right? So make sure that you are reading books, reading articles, listening to podcasts, gaining membership into think tanks, finding a mentor, finding accountability partners, attend conferences and trainings and all these different workshops. For me personally, I'm a member of the American Counseling Association, so I'm always reading their columns through Counseling Today. I also attend clinical supervision at least 5 hours a month, and I also go to 2 to 3 conferences annually. That way I'm making sure that I'm getting all of my continuing education units as well. So I mean, you don't have to be as, you know, exemplary as me, but find something, dig deep into it, gain as much information, and learn to apply and appropriate it so that you can continue to advance your mission or your call or your goals. Number 5, pace yourself. As visionaries, we have a tendency to want to execute every single idea that comes across our mind, and understandably, we're trying to do this for the betterment of other people, and we need to chill out. Why? Because that'll lead to compassion fatigue, that'll lead to burnout, that will ultimately cause us to burn the candle at both ends and ultimately put ourselves on the back burner. Pace yourself, right? Because none of those things can get accomplished unless we're attending to our physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual well-being. Honor your personal boundaries by making sure that you're carving out time specifically for yourself to recharge, making sure that you're getting enough rest, making sure that you're eating adequate amounts of healthy food, and just overall making sure that you're taking time to meditate, pray, recenter, and regroup. Don't feel guilty for taking your breaks, because at the end of the day, the work will be there once you get back, okay? So make sure that this vessel, this body, this visionary, this change agent is tending to your personal needs, okay? Your best self is your rested self, so pace yourself. All right, y'all, once again, these are your 5 things that you need to know as a change maker. Once again, my name is Sierra Hillsman, and I'm the founder of Legacy Speaks. Don't forget to visit www.legacysbks.com, and definitely stay connected via Legacy SBKS on everything. Until next time.